great Ottoman Empire had seen many powerful women, but few were as cunning, as brilliant, or as ruthless as Kösem Sultan. She came to the harem as a mere slave girl, yet she would one day rule the empire from the shadows, twisting fate, toppling enemies, and holding the strings of the Sultan himself. But power in the harem was always a double-edged sword. Those who rose too high risked a deadly fall. Kosem's story began far from the grandeur of Topkapi Palace. She was born Anastasia, a Greek girl from a distant island, taken as a slave and sent to the Ottoman court. She was young, clever, and strikingly beautiful, the kind of girl who would have faded into the hundreds of concubines in the Sultan's harem. But Kosem was different. She had something far more valuable than beauty, intelligence, and ambition. She caught the eye of Sultan Ahmed I, not just because of her looks, but because of her mind. She learned the art of conversation, recited poetry, debated politics, and whispered brilliant ideas into his ear. The Sultan was mesmerized. Soon she became his favorite concubine, his Haseki Sultan, and then the most powerful woman in the empire. But love alone did not ensure survival. The harem was a nest of vipers where jealous rivals, scheming viziers, and even the Sultan's own family could be the greatest threat. Kosem knew that if she wanted to stay alive, she had to play the game better than anyone else. When Sultan Ahmed died suddenly in 1617, the harem descended into chaos. The throne was never secure, and every sultan's death triggered a violent struggle. Kosem had no official power. She was just a concubine after all. But she had something even stronger: her sons. Instead of fading into obscurity like other concubines, Kosem pulled the strings from behind the curtain. She orchestrated the rise of her son, Murad IV, and later Ibrahim I, ensuring that she remained at the center of power. But the empire was not kind to those who ruled from the shadows. Murad IV was brutal, executing his own brothers to secure his rule. Ibrahim I, on the other hand, was mad and unpredictable, indulging in endless pleasures while the empire crumbled. Through it all, Kosem held the reins. She negotiated with viziers, controlled the harem, and even commanded the janissaries, the empire's most feared soldiers. The Ottoman court had never seen a woman with such power, but power made enemies. Kosem had spent her life controlling kings, but she had underestimated one person: her own daughter-in-law, Turhan Sultan. Turhan was the wife of Kosem's grandson, Mehmed IV, and she refused to be a puppet. She saw what Kosem had done to previous sultans, and she feared for her son's life. One night, whispers spread through the harem. Kosem was planning to overthrow Mehmed IV and install another grandson as sultan. Turhan knew that if Kosem succeeded, she would never be safe again. And so, she struck first. On the night of September 2nd, 1651, assassins slipped into Kosem's chambers. She fought back, screaming for her loyal guards, but it was too late. The assassins had been ordered to strangle her with a silk cord, the very fate she had ensured for so many others. Kosem Sultan, the most powerful woman the Ottoman Empire had ever known, was dead. Kosem had ruled behind the throne for decades, shaping the empire with her wit and cunning. She had outlived her lovers, her enemies, and even some of her own children. But in the end, she was betrayed by another woman, just as she had betrayed so many before. Her death marked the end of an era, the last time a woman would hold such immense power in the Ottoman court. Even today, Kosem's name is whispered in legends, a reminder of how ambition could bring a woman from slavery to the heights of an empire, but also how the game of power never showed mercy.